Valve have made an interesting and most welcome change to the Steam store, as moving forward, Steam store pages must show real screenshots moving forward, not optimistic promo materials or bullshots. Now, Valve made this request in a developer-facing Steamworks post, which was then shared on FacePunch and various other games websites such as Polygon, etc. And the post reads, quote, "We ask that any images you upload to the screenshot section of your store page should be screenshots that show your game. This means avoiding using concept art, pre-rendered cinematic stills, or images that contain awards, marketing copy, or written product descriptions. Please show customers what your game is actually like to play." Now, Valve was also keen to point out that developers do have other slots at their disposal for their Steam product pages for materials that are not screenshots, and they even followed their own example and tidied up the Dota 2 page a little bit. And they also spoke a little bit on why they've made this decision and why they made it now. And Valve said it hasn't been quote-unquote super crisp on the guidelines in the past and now decided to clarify. And they continue, quotes, "When the screenshot section of a store page is used for images other than screenshots that depict the game, it can make it harder for customers to understand what the product is that they're looking at. Additionally, we're going to start showing game screenshots in more places, and these images need to be able to represent the game." Now, I'm sure you're thinking of what everyone else is thinking of right now, and that is, of course, the poster child for that this year, No Man's Sky. And at the time of recording, this Steam page hasn't been updated. However, it's very unlikely that many developers have actually actioned Valve's new recommendations just yet. Now, as great as this is, it is important to keep in mind that, as ever, Valve are not actually going to be policing this. They're just saying to developers, you need to actually show the game. They're not going to be inspecting the screenshots that you upload onto the store page to make sure they actually represent your product. They're just saying, this is what we want you to do. And obviously, now that they've outlined these guidelines for developers, if, say, for example, another page pops up with a bunch of bullshots or whatever, people can report it, and then hopefully then some action will be taken, but they're not going to be policing this in any real way other than what I just said, and even that is probably something that's not going to happen all often, because, you know, Valve and Steam are great, but they're not best known for quality control. So hopefully there will be a way to actually report bullshots or promo materials or whatever being used in the screenshot section. We shall see. Nonetheless, despite my skepticism as to how much impact this is going to have, it's still nice to see, because the issue of misleading screenshots and trailers and bullshots and promo material and blah 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 being used on not only game pages but game trailers is definitely an issue. And of course, Valve taking a stance against it on Steam, the biggest digital distribution platform on PC, is definitely going to be heard, at least. So, we're going to have to see what, if anything, actually comes of this, but it is interesting nonetheless. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.